Right, guys, welcome back. South Park season 28, episode 3. Almost forgot what season we're in there. Hope you guys are doing fantastic, and thank you again for joining me for another discussion. We've got a big one this time, a big one. How are you doing? Hope you guys are doing great.
Yeah, we're fine.
I'm good.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
I'm awake. Doing great. I'm awake.
Alive and well. Well, we might as well dive into it because, in my opinion, this was a good episode. But let's just dive into it. So, this one started off a little bit odd, right? Because we had, of all people, Red kicking off an episode. I think that in itself should have kind of been a warning sign of what's to come. So it kind of leads me to ask the question: has Red actually ever started an episode, or is this the first time ever? Anyone know?
I think this the Boo Boo episode was basically her first major role,
Yeah,
and
right.
now this one.
Yes.
So yeah, we've never seen her do much of anything other than being a background character until this season on second, the 2 seasons, whatever.
Right. Well, what do you think of it? I think it's breeding a new lease of life in a way because we, like you said, we've hardly ever seen Red in the mix. Even though I would consider her as part of the four main girls, with Bebe and Wendy, and then someone else who's interchangeable. So I quite like it. I think it's a nice little mix. What do you think, Ryan? Was it a surprise for you?
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. This definitely does seem to be her. Oh, I was gonna say this definitely is gonna be her season, but it really isn't because it's season 28 now. I'm not gonna drop it. I'm sorry. It's season 28 apparently, and I'm gonna ruin the entirety of season 28 by bringing up the fact that it's season 28. But no, as I was gonna say, yeah, this does as Florian was pointing out, this is it's very uncommon for Red to have this much screen time in an episode. It does seem like she's not as much as a background character as she previously had been. I mean, she's had lines here or there, and she's had things directed towards her, but this is interesting to have episodes where she's the main focus. Well, in some way, a primary focus to the episode.
She see,
And it is true that that's only the Labubu episode really was the only time when she had a similar sort of like
that amount of screen time.
focus. And this is a continuation of Labubu in a way.
Yeah, dude. I think she's a bit more. It's good that the girls are different. Like they've all got different personality types. She probably seems the most. I don't know if edgy is the right word to use, but at least she's a unique character to say the least.
Redhead. No. Absolutely. Um she does have that sort of note. It's certainly within the fan base. She doesn't. She has that reputation.
Of what being edgy.
Yeah, she seems like she's more tough.
I suppose she flipped off Butters, didn't she? When he found out that she made the AI video of him as well. Like, F you, Butters. Well, I suppose I'm all for it, man. I'm all for Red becoming a bit more in the mix. It changes things up a little bit, and I mean, we all want to see the kids in the mix as well. So I think it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. But yeah, like I said, it should have rang off alarm bells that this was not gonna be a smooth sailing episode. Is gonna be a bit of a roller coaster, which it was, I think. But pretty cool. Sebron, any thoughts on this? There's not really much to add in regards to just her popping up. But have you got any thoughts about Red popping up at all?
Well, I kind of assumed that she would just stay a pretty insignificant character for the rest of the show because like before this her biggest role was in the list episode. That was arguably the the episode where Red had the biggest role. But even then, in that episode, the focus was more on Baby and Wendy. But in my opinion, it's kind of intriguing that Red finally gets some major spotlights, and yeah, she. What can I say? She got some character development.
literally, literally that. Yeah, I think it's cool, man. Something a little bit different. I wonder what the thought process was with having Red being at the forefront at the start, anyway. But
I'm not sure. I mean, I wanted just to add. I think it's nice that basically South Park, has this big repertoire of background characters, and they can't just pull one out if they need a new character. And like,
facts.
I think that's pretty nice. Yeah. And I'm not quite sure if I would say that like instead of bells, it was just unusual. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Literally that.
it was unusual that Red was kicking off the episode, but I didn't expect it to go to the place where it went with her.
Yeah, literally. Santa coming into the mix and then being on her face. I mean, dude, yeah.
I mean, it is all AI, so it's
Yeah,
not that she actually did that, but
exactly. Exactly. But I think that more so just covers that mini segment. It's just something unusual is all, Red popping up. Pretty cool, pretty cool. But I kind of like the way they're progressing the story with her, because I thought it was kind of a minor no, I thought it was just going to be left alone, with her and Butters, the situation they had. I thought it was just going to be like, yeah, that's it, that's done. But I kind of like how they've carried it on, and it kind of segues into the following point with how you were going to say, or was that you, Ryan?
I was just remembering at the end of the Labubu episodes we did some speculation, and I think Seabrand brought up that maybe that's the start of like Red and Butters' relationship.
He did.
And yeah, it wasn't. They hate each other now.
Oh, it's still a relationship. It's
I
just
guess it is.
Yeah,
not in that sense.
that's hilarious. That nice. Yeah, that's because honestly, I didn't think they'd carry it on, but I kind of like that because I didn't see it coming. So it's pretty dope, pretty dope. But I suppose it segues into the following part, which was well, Butters was used by Red to buy her the Labubu, but did he essentially take it too far? With the AI video, can we say that's the case, or was his revenge justified for being used? Where's the morality scale here, guys? Silver, what do you think, bro?
Personally, I can't really blame Butters because Butters did spend about $100 just to get rid this one black Labubu.
Oh, you're right. Actually, I almost forgot that there was money on the line here.
And I'm pretty sure that Red was aware that a mystery box costs $85, and she
would have been.
she knew well enough that Butters, out of all people, would be most easily be manipulated to buy her one, because before the Labubu episode, there wasn't any dynamic between Red and Butters. But Red was completely like she knew well enough that Butters was the
easiest
most
target.
easy to convince. Yeah.
Right. 100%. So in a way, he's saying she kind of got what was coming to her, right?
Yeah. Like you can make the argument that Red didn't use like really manipulative mental gymnastics to convince Butters. Like Butters easily could have said no, I guess.
True.
But still, it was more on Red than Butters, because
Well, this is essentially karma, isn't it? There's a bit of karma, I suppose, as well, with us knowing that it's artificial intelligence and them as well. Does that then make it like innocent? Because it's just AI, so it's not real,
I wouldn't say Butters went too far. She kind of clowned Red, and in a pretty gruesome way, like just Santa peeing on her.
Yeah, man.
But in my opinion, like, even though it's a little mean, she still, like, Red still more deserved it than she didn't deserve it.
Yeah, I can agree, because it's a bit of karma, I suppose, isn't it? But even with that being the case, we essentially got Red Pill Butters standing up for himself. Like, it leads me to ask the question: would we prefer more of this instead of the innocent Butters we always get, Well, what do you think, Ryan, bro?
I feel like I'm into it. I like it. I always like it whenever Butters gets to stand up for himself for
Me
a
too,
change.
bro.
It's always fun to see it's always fun to see that. I think it's actually important that he has those moments. A famous thing about Butters is that he is sort of like the replacement of a character like Pip. And a character like Pip, one of his biggest downfalls is that he never stood up for himself and he just smiled it, and then that didn't it smiled it off, and that didn't make him that. I don't know. It didn't really work that well. It's why he basically faded off as a character and then was literally killed off. I
Jeez.
feel. I think with Butters, once he starts having a bit of a backbone and starts actually standing up for himself for a change, or at least does such unhinged things that it makes his character at least interesting. He has a weird. He survived. He has a weird sort of appreciation with. I mean, understandable appreciation with the fans, but a weird appreciation from the kids in the show, where they sort of just respect him on some level.
It's
He's
true.
still Butters.
Yeah.
He's still Butters, but they've even pointed out the fact that he's not as much of a punching bag as he used to be.
Really, they've pointed that out.
Yeah, Butters even pointed that out in an episode once. He's sort of a boy and a priest. I think he pointed out the fact.
Right. It shows
that,
character progression, though.
Indeed, but to get into what I was saying was I do like this sort of streak. A lot of people weren't into, for example, season 20 Butters for how he acted in that, and I get that.
What's a brief refresher,
Because
if you don't mind? From that.
Oh right, well
I was going to bring that up in my next point, where I was actually kind of confused by how you characterize Butters, because I was thinking about season 20 Butters, and
yes, but I think
he
we
is
would
very
argue
much
that
not the innocent character that we are used to. Like most of 27, he had been very red-pilled. He has been openly misogynistic. What's the word?
you think I'm
Misogyny.
misogynistic.
Yes, misogynistic. Right.
Butters.
He did the whole. He did the whole campaign with the wieners out.
He did.
You know, which was very much this a parody of the little bit of the incel movement, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So yeah, this is actually quite in character for Butters. It's just like he seems to be shifting between his innocent personality and this red-pilled personality.
It really just
Which
it
I think
depends on what you think Butters' character is, because I could agree with you there, but some people might say that season 20 was very uncharacteristic of Butters, because that's how people don't perceive him as such. And maybe
Right.
it doesn't really matter how you perceive him. I think a lot of people didn't like Butters in season 20 because they felt it was like a different character. I think I'm on the same page as you, Florian, when I say I actually think Butters is just this funny, weird little guy, and it's not. He's very. I felt like instead of it being a change to his character, I said it was just an extra level of complexity to his character.
Yeah. Like, I'm not
Right away.
surprised he would do something like that, if that makes sense. Because he's had his moments in the past where he does stand up for himself or kind of crashes out or something like that. But I think this one in particular took me by surprise. Because I think mainly because I've said this before, but I didn't think this storyline would come back up and the way he handled it.
Yeah, I did like that. I like that this sort of, I don't know, there's a bit of continuity. I do know, I'm just checking the notes to see if it was ever pointed out. I did get word that a different episode was actually on the listing of what was going to be aired, and it wasn't aired. Instead, they aired this episode. I do actually have information to say this. I do know this. It was actually Tolly who mentioned this.
But they were supposed to release a different episode.
Or did they just change the title of the episode?
No, the plot seemed to be. Oh no, I think the plot was different as well. Hold on, let me just check.
That's interesting. That how would we find that out?
1 second.
I just found out now.
You seem actually. All right.
I know actually. Hold on. Bear with me. I need to think of words to.
It's all good.
I can't even say words. So I don't even. What I was gonna say was, yeah, I was totally sad if I can. Oh, here we go. Found it. It said that there was an episode that was going to be season 28, episode 3, and this was on ranking on. Yes, and it was going to be called Unholy Birth.
Oh, really?
It was given a pre-screening of some sort. And episode 4 was going to be called Sora Not Sorry.
All right. They might have swapped it around.
I've got Peter Thiel accompanies Cartman to Washington as the Antichrist, and I think it's about the birth of the Antichrist. It got a 6.8 out of 10 in a rating, and I don't know if that's an episode that's to come, but for some reason they decided to change it so that Sora Not Sorry is episode 3.
So does that mean in a way they might have done both episodes? Do you think, or it was just like a mini segment?
Well,
Yeah,
I think they might have, or like from the description Ryan just mentioned, Peter Thiel going to Washington with Cartman is a little bit out of the question now.
Yeah.
So they might have just scrapped the previous episode,
Perhaps,
or at least like will heavily rewrite it, because I
that's interesting. That what was the source of the information? Do you know at all?
That was on it. Oh, I got it from Tolly, but I'll see where he got it from. I think I'm gonna look up an actual thing.
All right, okay. While you have a look at that, I'll get Florian's thoughts in regards to Butters' character progression, if you would. What are your thoughts on this side of Butters, Florian?
Oh yeah, I kind of already butted in with that. Mentioning season 20 Butters and like the entire Wieners Out movement he basically started.
Right.
So I think we have a lot of examples of Butters standing up for himself already. Like I'm not sure.
Would you say you like this side?
Always in the best way. I don't think they are being very consistent with him, because like he has these episodes in between, like also since season 20, where he basically was back to being fully innocent.
Mm-hmm.
And he was also very innocent in the Labubu episode, and now he's back to basically I think they are fluctuating a little bit too much between his different characters, but I don't think it's a major problem.
Would you not say that it's in line with what the story is telling though? Like as an example, when he was interacting with Red initially, or when Red was manipulating him, he wasn't provoked because he wasn't taken advantage of, if that makes sense.
I mean, he was more like disturbed by what he thought was sex, but was actually a demonic ritual, because he thought he was gonna do it, and then he had to witness like this ritual. And we can see him at the end of the episode where he's basically like, "Oh, I'm not having sex for a long time," or something like that. He's more frustrated with the situation. He doesn't seem too upset about Red. And now he's extremely angry at Red and basically out for revenge. And I feel like we didn't really get the in between of this. Like,
right.
Now suddenly he's angry. We don't know why exactly.
Right.
Of course, we a little bit of a plot hole, I guess, but
fair enough.
It's not that not a major thing for me. Like, sure, Butters is angry now. Why not?
Would you prefer this character character trait of his to stay, or do you prefer innocent
I like
Butters?
Butters. Butters works in both kinds of, like, some stories require the really innocent Butters to be funny,
right?
And like obviously this episode works well with him like being very angry.
Agreed. I like seeing the polarity in his characters too. I think it works well for him, especially given he's got an alter ego, Professor Chaos, who's essentially supposed to be the opposite of him. So I think it makes sense.
Yeah, but Professor Chaos is more like Butters trying to be bad, but is still really innocent and like just failing at being bad.
Right. Oh, jeez. Awesome. Have you found the source yet, or should I progress?
Well, I found several. I also got an IMDb page which also refers to it, which I think is bizarre.
All right.
Really, this is a mystery going on here.
Interesting. It does sound legit, in all fairness, that because obviously that was the original plot line, wasn't it? Peter Thiel takes Cartman to Washington. So, but yeah, it seems like it must have been scrapped more than anything. But
hold on, I've got this is what I've got. Peter Thiel takes as the birth of the Antichrist nears. Meanwhile, the girls host a Halloween party.
All right.
Nope. That doesn't exist.
That's hilarious.
Definitely doesn't exist now. It'd be way too out of date.
Yeah.
And the IMDb page says South Park's Unholy Birth stuns viewers with shocking Trump Vance scene. So maybe I think the Trump Vance plot was in this one originally.
Then they merged it together.
Yeah,
Or
interesting.
merged it into that. Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Makes sense. Makes sense. But
all right.
very interesting. But I suppose at the same time we could progress into our following talking point, which I mean it should be to no surprise really because these officers are one of a kind. But I could pose the question to you guys, more so, why were the police no why could the police not figure out that it was AI that was essentially running rampant, I guess, in committing the crimes with the cartoon characters? Is it one because they're old and we could say old people may be more likely to be deceived, or are the officers just stupid? It's simple as that. Florian, what do you think, man? South Park Police, Officer Harrison, and the
I
gang.
mean, it's pretty obviously both, I would say. I mean, the South Park police has historically been very incompetent and downright stupid.
Right.
So yeah, obviously that's like a running gag that South Park has. But on the other hand, yes, anybody that basically has old people on Facebook or something will know that they constantly fall for stupid AI slop and like believe that it's real.
Oh,
And
yeah.
yeah, a certain demographic has a very hard time figuring out what is AI and what isn't, and they are making fun of that. I think that's basically the entire running joke of in this show is basically the
Right.
police believes everything is at face value because it's a video is evidence, and like nobody can fake that. It looks so realistic.
Yeah, true. And we even got a glimpse of it with Cartman's mom as well, which is looking at
Yes, yeah, that's where they really spelled out the joke.
yeah,
But
makes
yeah, it's
sense.
even funnier with the South Park police because obviously most of the videos involve fictional characters like Totoro and Popeye, and they still think it's real. But, yeah, I really much liked that joke. That was a good one.
That was good, isn't it?
Right.
I,
And I like that Harrison Yates is back.
when's the last time we've seen Harrison, Ryan? You
Cyclops. Oh, I ain't got a clue. You'd have to ask someone like Siebert.
It wasn't in this season,
Yeah,
was
I
it,
know.
Seabird?
If I remember correctly, the last Harrison Yates episode we really got was the Al Gore Man Berbig two-parter.
Mm.
The one where Harrison Yates was obsessed with Red Redemption.
What was that? The special? Wait.
Yeah.
I remember that.
No. The two-parter where Man Berbig kills everybody in South Park and the boys have to ask Al Gore for help.
And he's screaming. I remember he's angry with.
All right,
Irish
okay.
flag.
So we didn't see them again in the streaming wars, did we?
Streaming wars.
I'm trying to think. I remember PP was up to no good, and I was trying to recall if anyone is investigating.
No,
It wasn't.
he didn't have major role in any of the specials.
All right. Right, well, it's good to have him back, man. A crazy racist son of a bitch, Harrison. But
what I find is interesting is that Officer Brady and Harrison Yates, they are both like pretty bad cops, but for pretty different reasons each. Like basically, Officer Brady is just of low intellect, but at least tries to do his best. Whereas Harrison Yates, he has the capacity to be a good cop, but he clearly doesn't try his best at his job.
It kind of leads me to think that if Cartman was a cop and Butters was a cop, this is how it might turn out with these two. I was kind of thinking of Cartman when he was Dog the Bounty Hunter. This just came to mind.
Yeah, it was basically he was kind of Harrison Yates back then in a way in that episode because of how Harrison Yates is so ruthless towards black people,
right?
Rich black people to be specific.
Go with Christ.
I remember him literally vomiting because he almost arrested an innocent man that wasn't black.
Right.
I remember when I first watched that episode when I was very little, and I went, "This is the most racist guy I think I've ever seen," and it's
There's levels to
hilarious.
this. Imagine actually being sick. That's crazy.
I mean, there's also
I'm never gonna
Cartman, but
do this
sure.
again.
Yeah,
Unless I know
Cartman.
he's black for sure. I just remember.
Oh, there's some
It's like
characters in the
this.
show, man.
I
Harrison
also like
Yates.
the episode with the left. I also like the one when he's trying to figure out the left hand killer or whatever it is.
Oh yeah,
That was a great episode.
that is a very good scene where he does like the full analysis and like detective work just to figure out how mirrored hands work.
Oh, classic. He's been in some good episodes, man. He's been in some good
Yeah.
ones. Even
Yes.
the Butters Pimpin' one as well. Oh goodness. He
Oh,
took his job
that
a bit
was
too far.
this was his absolute peak performance. I mean,
I
yeah,
think so too.
undercover sting operations.
100%. 100%. But I could bring this into the fold as well because I haven't got it listed here. But they actually ended up doing their job at the end of it, even though indirectly by arresting Peter Thiel. So I was kind of, I was like, well done, guys. I give him a round of applause. You know what I mean? So I guess a mini shout out to Harrison and the cops because they actually ended up helping Cartman out. So
Yeah.
they got down to the investigation. But
I really do feel like they needed to get Cartman back because clearly they were going to put Cartman in a different direction, and the writers were just like, no,
yeah,
we're not going to do that anymore.
it seems like that's what happened, isn't it? Especially with you having mentioned that with the speculations of the episode that he might have ended up going to Washington as well. It leads me to wonder what direction things could have gone in. Could have been very interesting. Cartman doing exorcisms or stuff, something like that.
Would have been very interesting, but I think they feared that it was going to be very not interesting, and people were going to get upset with it.
Yeah,
It's because they just decided not to.
I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. Would we say that it was a waste of time then? Because he just went to the motel.
It's a learning experience.
I don't even know if it
that.
is because we got the progression
Yeah.
of obviously the AI episode, and then
I thought you meant creating the episode. Oh no, the literal thing where he basically gets kidnapped for
yeah.
a bit of time. I don't know.
I suppose it served a purpose in progressing the story. They didn't drag it on too long, so it was all right. It was all right.
Turns out Peter Thiel was kind of useless.
Yeah, pretty much, bro. Right. Any further thoughts in regards to that point there with Harrison and AI at all, guys?
I mean, we're gonna touch on AI in the next point as well.
Yeah.
Well, in the
I
next
think we just
point,
move it over to that. Yeah.
Nice. Right. So the next talking point is us asking, were the Japanese, were they execs or workers? Were they justified in their crash outs? Because they they obviously aren't too happy with how quickly Sora is able to mimic their work, considering that it takes them I don't know, years on end doing it by pencil.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So would it be fair enough saying that they're justified in their crash outs? Seabred, I'll start with you, bro.
Well, first of all, I want to say that they did a killer job with the voice acting and animation of the pissed off Japanese men. they really delivered their frustration very well.
Yeah, he was raging.
They were, and I mean, like their point of the fact that they had to take years to create episodes of the Toro, whereas with Sora, like you can make it within minutes. It's yeah, like I can most definitely understand why they would feel at least a little bit frustrated about that.
Yeah, 100%, man. And just to correlate this, there was Morgan Freeman recently came out and saying that, well, I don't know if he's looking to sue some of these companies for mimicking his voice. So it's even spreading beyond just this. It's even in the West. Some people are like, dude, you're copying my flow, man. At least pay me for it or something. But
oh yeah, It's a really rough time for that sort of industry. Everyone's very concerned. Anyone basically who has a creative flair to them has a disdain for AI, I feel. And it's I think rightfully so.
Mm.
I mean,
I like
I'm
AI
not sure.
as a tool, but it's been misused a lot. Well, is it? Well, how do I put it? It's a weird era, a weird dodgy era we're going into,
Yeah.
and
I would
it's
agree.
so new that there's very little to any. We're in a Wild West era when it comes to this sort of thing, so we don't know what is and isn't allowed, what is or isn't okay.
Yeah. In the early
I suppose.
stages. Florian, what were your thoughts? What are you gonna say?
I was just saying, want to say, I'm not sure if this is like a topical reference or if it's just coincidence. But just a few days ago, Disney Plus announced that they thinking about basically letting viewers generate their own AI generated episodes for shows.
Oh yeah, what the
Basically,
fuck?
just type in some prompt of some show, and then it will make a new episode just for you. And in response to this, one creator, I think it's the creator of the show, the Owl House, she basically said, "Hey, please unsubscribe from Disney Plus and pirate my show."
Yeah, they're a disgrace
I
for
want no
even
part in
thinking.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Because it can't. The thing is with that, it feels soulless though, doesn't it? That's the trouble with AI content, I think.
Yeah, but I'm not even sure this was a direct reference or it's just coincidence or an
I did
because I
see.
thought they were just making a general commentary about AI and IP rights. Yeah, and basically the Japanese guys are the ones that expressing this in the episode. Is basically, hey, you can't just steal our content and then like, use it for your own thing. We put the time and the money in to make this, and you're just copying it.
Right.
And obviously they also use all the other cartoon characters. So yeah. And then Cartman at the end also makes a direct reference to that when he's being before he's being rescued. When Peter Thiel is making videos of Cartman, he basically says, "Hey man, that's not cool. You can't do that. You've got to pay a motherfucker if you want to do him something that he usually wouldn't do." And this is basically very much, I think this is a direct reference to a lot of people making AI generated videos of Cartman.
Right. Have you guys come across those?
That's happened. I think that's a big trend recently, or has been maybe for a while.
How accurate are they? I've not really seen too many. I imagine they're pretty accurate now, though.
It is weird now. It's creeping me out.
I think some of the clips in the episode might have been AI generated. Like some of the videos they show to his mom.
Mm-hmm.
I think they might be actually AI generated videos of Cartman.
Quizzy said the same thing. I was watching his reaction. I think maybe that might be the case. In fact, which I wouldn't put it past them to do that. Yeah. But it's not quite the authentic one, and they still look a little bit choppy if the ones they used in the show.
Also, they
were
basically
real.
directly mentioned that the AI video is basically because Cartman has certain catchphrases, it uses just the catchphrases, even though they make no sense in the context, like reference cheesy puffs, pot pie, Mr. Kitty. It's like, yeah, I haven't said that in like 5 years.
Oh Jesus!
But obviously, it's in the training data, so
yeah, mate.
Yeah, AI might kind of accurately portray Cartman, but it will be out of context and like, it will not have any intelligence behind it, basically.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's worrying times ahead, family. You know what I mean? Especially for like you said, Ryan, for the entertainment industry, if they can just do things like that. And I think even Elon's Grok, I think he can make like movies. Like what? Just from prompts?
Yeah.
Dude.
It's interesting because a few years ago, people were kind of just sort of goofing and funny. AI was very funny a few years ago to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because it was just kind of fun. It was kind of good, but not great. And it's not great even today, but it's become.
It's a lot better, bro. Do you remember the Will Smith video of him eating spaghetti or something? Yeah, comparing it to now, it's like, bro.
It's insane, and it's weird, and it's creepy, and it's weird. But I get it, because it's like, yeah, it isn't fair for people who actually put the time and effort into actually creating something that's actually thought out.
Mhm.
rather than some random AI generative prompts that get that information from somewhere. So
Right.
we're going through an interesting phase right now where there's now an extra level of ethics and morality when it comes to AI, and now there's people boycotting it en
Yeah.
masse.
Just briefly, what do you think a solution to this might be? The floor is anyone's to take here.
I think there needs to be more clarification. I think it would be like at least some sort of like a legal requirement, I think, to clarify this is an AI generated so and so, to let people be very aware that this is what that is. I think if something's AI, it needs to be very, very clear to people
Yeah,
that it is.
I think so. I think that's probably the best course of action. It's
I
like
don't think that will work.
on Twitter they've got
I don't know
community
if it will
notes.
work. I don't care if it will work. The
We
point
gotta
is
try
that's what I think is
something,
necessary.
right?
I mean, we kind of have been there before, and South Park has made an episode about it with a Photoshop episode. And
Oh, conform.
I think they even mentioned in the episode, hey, maybe these pictures should be labeled as what they are, fake, because everything is brushed up and like.
Yeah, and they don't do that with that now as well, do they?
And no, it's completely normal for every photo you basically see in mainstream media to be probably somewhat edited,
Holy shit.
at least like on Instagram or whatever. Like it's rare to see like original pictures in these kind of social media.
Yeah.
Like, everything goes through a filter or whatever.
The major worry is just really how believable it's becoming, I think. So I suppose we just got to not be as gullible again, I guess, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's a new skill you have to learn these days. It's like AI competency or like general social media competency that you.
There's even a term as well. Like, if you believe an AI video is real, they're like, you got AI'd, bro.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
Sure.
Interesting term. I was just gonna quickly say, I'm pretty good at it, but I think well, a few years ago, I was like 95% of the time I could tell it's AI. Now I fear it's about 85% of the time.
Yeah, I'm getting there
And
too,
I'm
bro.
concerned where that direction's going.
Yeah, I've been tricked a few times.
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie. And I've always been like, oh man, I can tell. But then sometimes you're like, wait, hold on a second. Fascinating times ahead.
Well, South Park used an AI generated scene in the first episode of season 27. You know, the one with naked Trump in the deserts.
Oh shit.
And
Was that not
and
AI?
many
Was that
reactors
deepfake?
were actually questioning like, is this a real actor, or like this has to be
It is a real.
this has to be AI, right?
What was it? Deep
Yeah, it
fake,
was a
was it?
real
It is
actor, though.
both.
It was a deepfake.
It is both.
Yes.
They used the real actor, and he kind of they made him up to look like Trump, and then they basically applied an AI thing to make the face look more like Trump. But
That's
like, it was a real actor.
that one there is even crazier. But I guess they can use that. They probably already use that in the movie industry, though, don't they? That type of.
Oh yes, certainly.
Yes.
I think the problem is just if the entire film is made by AI. I guess.
It's been a while ago, but I think back in the first season of The Mandalorian, you get a scene with like Luke Skywalker, and it's like the young Luke Skywalker from the first Star Wars movie. And you're like, he doesn't look like that. They couldn't have filmed this scene.
Right.
And I mean, not sure if it's like AI or just like a lot of editing, but like they definitely can make people, or like include people in movies now that are no longer around. I'm not saying Mark Hamill is no longer around, but he doesn't look like
Yeah.
he did in the
And that's
in the
purely
first Star Wars
cosmetic.
movie.
Yeah, and that's purely cosmetic, though. That's why I think I'm chill with that. I just don't like it when you want AI to write for you as well. You create the work for me.
Yeah.
It's not something that's
Right,
I
yes.
think it's good.
I mean, it's not even creating work. It's basically just copying
Yes.
a lot of other work and like mixing it together to I don't like the word the term generative AI. I think it's regurgitative AI.
It is
Yes,
regurgitated.
right.
Yeah.
So I made I've had a huge rant about this before, and I could get into it right now, but we have a few more talking points to go through.
Right. I think you actually taught
Oh,
me
yeah.
that, Florian. That it's not that it's creating something new. You mentioned this before. Probably when we had
Oh
that
yeah,
conversation,
I'm sure.
Ryan.
No, it's
I
just
probably
stealing
did, yes.
content.
Hmm?
It's just content stealing.
It is.
Just no one, but you can't blame anyone because it's a robot.
The robots are coming. Oh, scheiße. Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my.
What a time, man. Well, we're living through it. It's gonna be interesting to see how it goes down. I'm ready for the journey, man. You know, gonna be a vibe. But yeah, I guess we can concluding saying
I
that. Yeah, sorry.
want to say something.
Go ahead,
Want to
bro.
add something. So maybe this was just maybe I'm the only one where this was the case, but it was only after watching this episode that I realized that the Cthulhu theme song used in the superhero trilogy was inspired by the Totoro, right?
Totoro.
Oh right, it was inspired by that. I need to hear it again.
Yes, because
That's cool.
because the Cthulhu theme song was all like Cthulhu, and then the Totoro or something,
Holy
and
crap!
and even the scene where Cartman got to know Cthulhu for the first time, like in the scene where Cartman was sitting on his belly, like that scene was it was essentially the same scene with as the original one with the little Japanese girl sitting on the belly of the giant Totoro.
Really?
It's a
Wow.
lovely film.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen it.
Neither have I, bro.
You should watch anything Studio Ghibli. They're the Disney of
I know.
anime.
I know.
Dude, that makes
I'm
a lot.
very aware of the studio in itself.
That's a cool correlation there, Sebren, because I think we know that I don't know. It seems like more so Trey, they like taking from Japanese culture, not taken but inspired, if that makes sense, from Japanese animes and
Paying homage.
paying homage. Yeah, that's even a better word to their side of the pond. That's pretty cool. I can see that being the case. I think it actually is true.
It is. It's confirmed.
All right, that's sick. That is so cool. Totoro.
I knew, but I'm a nerd.
I'll need to watch that, man. Some people weren't too happy that I called him a Pokemon.
Oh, no, you shouldn't do that.
How dare you, you uncultured swine.
Totoro, I choose you. Yeah. Great. I want that. We should campaign to.
Oh, isn't it? I'll need to get my culture points up and see what the fuss is about. But it's quite old though, isn't it, Totoro? It's not like it's anything new, right?
In the 80s.
Oh yeah, 1988, I believe.
God, Lee.
So, yeah.
Yeah, man. That's been around for a while. Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. Awesome. Awesome. So yeah, I guess we can conclude that in saying that the Japanese execs were absolutely justified in crashing out because Sora is essentially just minimizing their work, really, isn't it? Fair enough. So yeah, moving on, guys. Yeah, we touched on this before, isn't it? Cartman finally being rescued by Peter Thiel, because we were praising the police officers. But we could just briefly get into it here because I kind of want to hear your thoughts in regards to that. If you have any further thoughts, anyway. Florian, we can start with you, bro. What do you have any further thoughts in regards to this storyline and Peter Thiel finally being caught and going to jail?
I mean, yeah, it kind of went nowhere, this storyline. Like if we accept that it's now concluded, Cartman is going home, Peter Thiel is going to jail. Maybe we'll see Peter Thiel again, but I think the whole thing we speculated last week and the weeks before of like Cartman going to Washington and like messing stuff up there might just not happen.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if it's like if they had some idea for that, I think they did, and then now they just dropped it. Man, what Ryan posted about the other episode, the unholy birth, it seems to be an indicator that there was quite a shuffling around in the writing process, and they dropped some ideas and made some last minute rewrites, which is like very typical for them. So yeah, I think maybe this is just over now, and
Right. Probably means 6-7 is dead as
I don't
well,
know.
then, isn't it?
I don't.
Better.
I won't miss that joke.
Yeah, Cartman looks a lot healthier now, doesn't he?
But I like that they still included the 6-7 thing, but like only once per episode now. I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like a little bit of a throwaway line. Sure, I can deal with that if it's like 1 or 2 per episode. But like, yeah,
The same.
I don't care for that meme.
Right. Ryan, have you got any thoughts in regards to that? Peter Thiel finally taken away, bro, and Cartman free.
Yeah. I kind of feel like I already mentioned it earlier though. But yeah, I was gonna say I do genuinely feel like that was Peter Thiel. It was just going in a specific direction, and they just decided to back out and decide not to go in that direction anymore.
Right.
That's clearly what I would assume this is to be because, yeah, I don't see any indication that whatever they were building up to doing will, you know, will come to fruition. I don't think that will happen. Um, and I don't care either or. I wasn't too interested. I remember when they were building it up, I was weary because I didn't want, the first episode of season 28. I didn't want it to be. I didn't want that cliffhanger. I was like, why would I want a cliffhanger where Cartman's gonna keep laughing and vomiting about 6-7? I
Right.
didn't want this. I was like, oh no, we're gonna have to continue this, and apparently, I guess we're not gonna continue this. Maybe, hopefully, I don't know.
Maybe it's for the best, because I feel like everything in the episode, but it worked out for the best, I guess you could say. But I guess it would have been interesting as well. Cartman in the White House, what shenanigans he could have been up to,
Yeah, it could have been good. We could have went in a good direction, but I guess they clearly just for some reason couldn't think of
Or
they couldn't think of one that they wanted. Yes.
or he might have ended up like Cousin Kyle. Who knows? Just going to jail.
Can you imagine if that's what happens? Just every episode we lose a cast member because he's thrown in prison
Because of Trump.
by Trump.
Holy shit. Sebron, before we move on to the following, any thoughts in regards to this, bro?
Well, now that Cartman is back in the gang, maybe that will mean we will either get a Cartman-centered episode, like the next episode, or in the season finale, or we will finally get an episode like an episode of the four main boys going on some kind of misadventure, because we haven't had one of those in a long time.
Do you remember the last time we actually had one with all four? Was it the My Teenager Hates Me, or was there one after that?
Yeah, that was the one I was actually thinking of, and wait, give me like 10 seconds to like
It
go
might
through
be.
the.
I'm trying to think in recent time. And that was a great episode, man. That was dope. I loved it.
It's
Hello.
yes, it literally is. Yes, it's the like.
What was it?
And like you can tell it's a four boy episode, because Cartman throughout that whole episode was not being an asshole. He was just one of the boys. He was just one of the dudes.
Chilling out.
So, yeah.
Just hanging out. Nice. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, he's back in town now, so hopefully we can get some of the boys action together, Go on some crazy adventure or something. That'd be pretty dope. That would be pretty dope.
And this is also the first episode in a while that didn't feature a new celebrity, because 3 episodes ago we had
Oh yeah.
Donald Trump Jr. 2 episodes ago we had Peter Thiel. 1 episode ago we had Pam Bondi and the other creepy guy. I forget his name, and yeah, like
What about Bluey?
I thought yeah, him.
You trying to tell me Totoro is not a celebrity?
Bluey.
Or Bluey?
This super celeb.
I know her personally.
I'll try to change my mind.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. It's subjective, isn't it? That's an interesting point there, actually. So that means we've got the... Oh, actually, it doesn't mean anything. They could still end up popping up with more guys. More of Trump's entourage. You never know. Right, awesome. So, yeah, we can move on to the following point. And this is a big one. This was a big one for me because I was almost starting to think that, like, JD Vance was almost just going to keep getting away with it in a way. But, guys, Trump finally caught JD Vance. And it kind of escalated from there. And it leads me to want to ask the question, did you suspect a relationship would develop between these guys? Florian, I hear you there, bro. Take it away. What do you think, man?
I don't know. It was just like I just felt like, I mean, all right. There was some kind of meta commentary over between the last episodes. I think there was one tweet or post from the South Park creators where they basically reaffirmed what they indicated in the last episode. Is like, yeah, they are kind of stuck in this political loop, and this is what South Park is currently. And yeah, we will get better, but like, you have to sit this one out with us. Like, you have to sit through this one with us now. We're gonna finish this. We're not gonna drop the political stuff just like completely.
Right.
But I think they are rewriting their political plot line, which is like also indicated by like Cartman not going to Washington now, I guess. So yeah, they had to, I guess, they had to look for a way to, you know, make it shocking again.
Right.
And like, we've seen Trump stick a lot, we've seen him fucking Satan, and all of that. So, like, and now we just get a really like how do you call it, like a sensual sex scene with Trump and JD Vance. It's like, I mean, yeah, this will upset people. This is a hard one to watch.
Very hard. He even had a thong on, bro.
Speak for yourself. It was beautiful.
On a
A work of
side
art.
note, this was on a little side note. This was literally the first episode out of these past 8 episodes where we didn't see Trump's penis.
We did that too, did we?
I did notice that. We didn't see.
Yeah.
If it does get shown,
Still ironic.
it wasn't in your face. Let's just say that.
Yeah, it was definitely not.
Yes.
They had other things planned. Holy crap. JD Vance with the blue thong as well. That's ingrained in my mind forever. Thanks, South Park. Appreciate it.
All the better.
Appreciate it, guys. Holy crap. Ryan, would you say you suspected it as well? Then, the
well,
relationship.
it confirmed. I'm pleased. Being one of the biggest, I'm the #1 Trump and Vance shipper in the world, and I've drawn so much fan art and so much fan fiction based on this. This must have been my fan service, I must say.
They heard you, bro.
They did. But no, did I expect it? Not particularly. But I can see why a lot of people wouldn't be too pleased with this. I like this much more than all the other stuff. One thing I know about Matt and Trey, and if you know anything about their history, they know how to write a sex scene.
God, from what? Team America as well? They had one there?
Indeed.
Yeah.
I think they cut that down as well, didn't they? Sorry.
I think they were forced. I think they were forced to edit it during when they submitted the movie the first time.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I think
there was some story about that.
Yeah, it was deliberate. They deliberately made the sex scene in Team America so extreme, so intense that it was going to be. There was no way that all of that was going to be allowed in. So they could convince them to cut it down. But if they went in there with just what they wanted, they might have just told them to get rid of the scene altogether.
Right. Tactics.
I'm thinking of a very crazy and noteworthy sex scene of South Park. I want to share it, but it's of an episode that LDN hasn't watched yet, and I don't really want to spoil it.
What's the name of it?
For LDN?
Is it Garrison and a certain scientist?
No.
Okay.
It's Mr. Mackey and somebody else.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you know who. Yeah, but
I think I've seen a clip, by the way. Is it Miss Chokes on it?
It is.
I've not seen the episode,
yes,
but I have seen that. It's quite iconic, isn't it? The episode.
God,
yes,
that's an episode that
completely unhinged.
When that episode aired for the first time, by the way, it was banned in the UK.
Isn't it proper condom use? I think the name of it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen comments about it. Holy.
It was banned back in when it first aired.
So that's another example of these guys kind of pushing the envelope, right? With their scenes, is it?
And I loved it. I loved the music choice. Definitely got me going.
Wait, in this episode or that episode?
And the current one, I think.
In the current
I like
one.
the music in this one.
Definitely not this. Not the last one. Oh God, no. This one was great, and I don't know. I was feeling for them. I felt just like Fox News.
Oh wow!
Actually, no, I felt the opposite of Fox News. Fox News was not pleased with this.
They were devastated.
We'll get into that.
This is a Fox News special announcement. Yeah. That made me laugh so much.
Sad.
So I guess in conclusion, not really expected, but I'm welcoming it.
Yeah, dude, I did not see it coming at all, man. I didn't. I don't know why, because the thing is, it makes so much sense now that it's happened as well. But I suppose they never showed them like flirting or anything, so it wasn't in our minds. But yeah, I'm all for it as well, man. It definitely makes things a lot spicier, especially with it's a love triangle now, isn't it? With Satan, Vance, and Trump. Fascinating, fascinating. And yeah, to finish it off, Sebring, bro, did you see this coming? And yeah, what are your thoughts in regards to JD Vance and Trump, bro?
I really should have seen it coming because there was almost no doubt in my mind that South Park's version of Trump would be very likely to eventually cheat on someone.
Yeah.
I mean, cheat on Satan with someone, and out of all people, it most certainly would have had to be JD Vance.
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, but like I thought it was funny that you said the South Park version of Trump, but like also the real version of Trump.
He would do the same.
Yeah.
That's funny. That.
Yeah, right. Yes, but like real life Trump doesn't quite talk and behave like Canadian Trump. That was my point.
Saddam Trump.
Saddam Trump.
Saddam
Yeah.
Trump.
Yeah, I also agree. You keep calling it Canadian Trump, and that throws me off.
I do. I should stop. Actually, I should stop. I should stop calling him Canadian Trump. Yeah.
There's actually a Canadian Trump, isn't there?
There was one,
It
yes.
was, isn't it?
Yes.
I
That's
think
what
Garrison.
my brain goes to.
He was dealing with
I think he
Garrison,
got
I
fucked to
think.
death.
Canada.
Oh yeah, he did. Oh my god, he did. Yo, Garrison's a menace. Garrison
How
Trump.
did an American? How did an American cross my like get over my wall or
Water
something?
wall.
Is what he
Yeah.
said. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. It's crazy.
Oh, one thing I will say, probably another reason why I personally didn't expect the Vance Trump sort of romantic angle was because I didn't see Vance as Trump's like significant other. I saw him as his little like lapdog.
That's what I. Yeah, that's.
So my idea was that Vance was like Trump's pet. You want to do your pet.
Yeah.
But I guess that's the. I'm like, okay.
I mean, they are pretty much pulling out all the stops. Last episode, Trump ate his own semen. So,
Oh, he did.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how can it escalate further than this? I wouldn't put it past
we
them.
let that. We just let this to Matt and Trey. They will know. They'll figure something out.
Let them cook. Let them cook. Nice. Right. Okay. So obviously this happened, right? And I'm gonna segue into the next point. And what was when Peter Thiel was arrested? We found out that he had surveillance of the White House, right, in every room. So that led us to actually finding out, or the rest of the world finding out, that Trump was sleeping with Vance. But then we have our friendly friends over at Fox News who then found out, no, they actually ended up talking to Trump, and he was like, no, it's AI, it's fake. And quickly, without second thought, Fox News believed him. So it leads me to ask the question, and I'll be going to you first, Florian. Are Fox News Trump's number one fan? Because it almost seems that that's how they're being portrayed here. With any information you have, can you put any validity towards that at all?
I mean, I can, and I already did. This isn't the first Fox News segment we got in the new season.
Right. Yes, you're right.
We talked about that on the previous podcast, and I even lengthily mentioned that Trump is one of the first presidents that basically regularly calls into like a news program and just has a chat with the people on air.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like a mutual relationship. Trump loves Fox News loves Trump. There's probably corruption going on, very obvious, in plain sight.
Wow, what a shame.
Like this is no longer like an independent news media, which is like one of the pillars of democracy. So yeah, it's very broken and it's very wrong. But yeah, Fox News are very much sycophants
That's
of Trump.
that's crazy. That wow, Fox News, mate. And yeah, I mean, if they're illustrating it the way they are within the show, I mean, you can't get any more obvious than that, I suppose, isn't it? Fair enough.
Trump is so obsessed with Fox News that when they tried to catch Trump in the season finale of the toxic relationship between Cartman and Heidi, they even made a fox trap to try to
To catch you, yes.
catch Trump.
Yes.
That's funny.
The Fox trap, yes, because Trump just loves going onto Fox News, and that's what basically was the joke with the Fox trap. Yeah,
I loved it when he came on as well. He's like, "Hello, hey, can you guys hear me?" It's like so accurate, isn't it? That's funny. That also, I think yeah,
and it's literally the show I mentioned, like in the earlier episodes. Like he would call into the Fox and Friends program, and in this episode it was literally Fox and Friends.
really,
You know, it's a very real reference they did there.
holy crap. Fair enough. Well, they're lacking some democracy, I guess, a little bit. Authenticity, maybe. But I suppose we could just move further on with that answer because I think that pretty much just covers it. You know what I mean? Fox News are Trump's #1 fans. Okay.
Yeah, we covered it before. I guess.
We did, yeah. Nice one, man. So it's not the last point, but we're nearing the end. And the question I have here is, Sibran, I believe you posed this, isn't it? What are the possible repercussions of Trump having cheated on Satan while Satan is still going to have a baby with Trump? Like, if Satan finds out, what's going to go down here, bro? Ryan, I'll start with you, bro. What do you think could go down? Could Satan's wrath be unleashed? What are your thoughts, bro?
Well, the repercussions. Oh my goodness, I don't know. I feel the thing about Satan throughout his entire existence in South Park is he's really bad at picking them, isn't he? When it comes to relationships, and he doesn't really learn.
Right.
You think he's developing growth. It's a shame because he will then go right back into a different. He goes from one toxic relationship to another.
He never
And
learns.
it's like, well, to be honest, isn't he going through this? Isn't he just basically going through the same relationship? Just a
He loves the roller
different
coaster.
character?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Is the answer. I just like the sentence that we have written down here. Hold on. Because if you're not a fan of South Park or you've never seen South Park or anything to do with South Park, the sentence, what are the possible repercussions of Trump having cheated on Satan while Satan is going to have a baby with Trump? It's like, what is that sentence?
It's a madness, isn't it?
Oh, goodness.
It's mad.
I don't even know what to say to that answer. But what I will say is, I don't know. It'd be interesting if Satan deals with Trump in the same. It won't happen because Trump, unfortunately, is a real life person. Well, you never know. But I'd like it if Satan dealt with Trump the same way Satan dealt with Saddam in the South Park movie. That would be fun.
How did he do? What did he do again? Did he just kill him?
Impale him on a spike.
Holy!
Yeah, throw him down to hell. Got some pillar in the spike, and then now he's in hell.
Oh, symbolic.
But not Detroit.
Not Detroit, no.
Yeah.
That would be absolutely symbolic. That would be great, actually. Nice. Sebren, have you any thoughts, bro? What do you think could happen here potentially if Satan's to find out of Trump's shenanigans? Maybe Vance could die as well. Kill both of them.
Well, we have had multiple episodes where the Trump B-plot was Trump trying to stop the baby from happening, but now maybe we will get an episode or maybe even multiple episodes of Trump Trump trying to not get busted by Satan by the fact that he is now sexually attracted to JD Vance. Like he might try to cover it up, but eventually fail.
Probably, yeah. Because he's been lying his ass off this whole time, Trump. And even Satan, when he was like, "Are you sure that video is not AI?" And he's just like, "Nah." I'm like, "Bro, you just gonna believe him?" But I guess he is. I guess he is. So
I've one crazy random prediction of a scene that might happen. It probably will not, but it will be hilarious if it will. So in the do the handicapped go to hell? Probably two-parter. Like Satan was very frustrated that he couldn't pick between Chris and Saddam, and then at the end of it, God basically like he gave advice to Satan that like Satan is too dependent on relationships. So now maybe so after Satan will find out that he has been cheated on, maybe God will come back and give him like advice on how to deal with being cheated on.
that might be an interesting way to segue Jesus as well back into the mix.
Oh.
Wow, interesting. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, we haven't seen Jesus.
Yeah, man. I
didn't notice.
almost forgot about him, bro. Dude went off with his Christian.
I wonder if
girlfriend.
they're gonna finish that storyline.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I hope they don't just drop it. Interesting.
No, they didn't drop La Blue. I can't say a sentence. They didn't drop La Boo Boo, so
No, they didn't, man.
they do seem to be interested in bringing back some storylines. So I would like to see Jesus again, even though I was ashamed what they did to him.
I know. He's got the tash now, isn't it? With the tash and the sleeves all cut up, with his true Christian wife, with her true Christian chaste. He's a proper bro now, Jesus, isn't he? Holy crap.
Yeah, that's where we left off.
Right. Before we do move on here to our final thoughts and ratings, Florian, have you got anything further to add in regards to the speculations of what could happen to Trump if Satan's to find out of his shenanigans?
I mean, in the episode, Satan was pretty convinced by Trump just promising it's AI and he's not lying, and he seemed to buy that.
He does, yeah. He's quite gullible, isn't he?
So yeah. Satan seems really to be back at his lowest. I don't know how do you say that, but like back to his to how he was basically in the movie.
Right.
Yeah, but my point was going to be: does he buy it, or is he just fed up and just? I don't know if he feels powerless. I don't know what it is. He's always been very critical and doubtful and skeptical of Trump throughout the season. There's never a smile on his face whenever he's seeing Trump, and yet he's still with him. Now he feels trapped with him because he's now carrying his baby.
It might be that, you know. He's just kind of like, fuck it, whatever. Because he knows he can't be separated from him, I guess. So.
And now I'm also remembering there's still Towley, and Towley was basically the one that was who knew about the connection between Vance and Peter Thiel. But now that plotline is kind of obsolete because maybe they're gonna bring Peter Thiel back. But like, what about Towley then? And he's the one with the information that he could possibly also find out about Trump Vance and leak that to Satan in some way. I don't know. So maybe that's an angle.
Yeah,
it's hard to tell. Like, there are so many open plot lines right now. I'm not really sure how they're gonna connect them. And maybe they're not even gonna do a great job at it. Like, the writing here seems all over the place, and I don't know. It feels like the Memberberry seasons where like they wrote themselves a little bit in the corner and now trying to get out. So I'm not quite sure what to expect from that plot line anymore.
Yeah, man. Now you mention it about there being a few plot points for it to cover. There's quite a few, isn't it? Holy jeez.
Yeah, there's Jesus, there's Towley, basically.
Yeah.
Peter Thiel kind of was finished, but I'm not sure if they're completely dropping it, because like, if you just never hear from Peter Thiel again, it would also be strange.
Right.
I don't know. It's a weird plot line. I have really no idea how this is gonna turn out.
But I will.
Technically, there's also cousin Kyle.
I think he's gone though, isn't he? Do you think he'll come back, Sibrin?
Locked up for 10 years.
I kind of I kind of have the premonition that they also will have a wait. Maybe wait. Maybe Cousin Kyle and Dowley will team up because currently they are both trapped in Washington D.C. So maybe they will create a new dynamic because
Yeah, but
currently
Isn't
they are
Kyle's in jail.
in the same
Yeah,
situation.
Cousin
Kyle's
Kyle's
in
in
jail.
prison, not DC.
I mean, he might be in a prison in DC,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
he's
yeah.
in prison,
That's what I'm
not in the
saying.
White
Yeah,
House.
yeah. I'm aware. But yeah, they are both in DC. Yeah,
Right.
just not in the same building.
Maybe in DC.
Probably.
Maybe, yeah.
That'll be interesting. I think Towley's been mistreated a bit here. Not just a bit, I mean, quite a lot. But from the writers, he's been mistreated, I think. I think he could have.
He's always been a cumrag.
Yeah, I suppose he has, actually. They do this with characters we like, don't they? They love to do that shit.
Are you saying you like Towley?
I do actually like Towley, man. He's pretty chill at times.
But it's like one of the issues, like the fan base is a little bit split. A lot of people hate Towley, a lot of people like Towley.
They hate Towley.
I actually that may be true. I don't know if that is as true. I think that's what I've covered this before. I covered this with the episode when we were talking about Towley, and that was I feel like Matt and Trey, they were trying to make a deliberately dislikable character, and that backfired because they actually got a lot. He actually became quite likable to the fan base.
Yes, yeah, we talked about it with like the episode where where they had the T-shirts. You can order the I love Towley or the I hate Towley T-shirt. They're selling both.
Oh, really? Bloody hell.
So
Towley.
I like Towley.
I like Towley too, man.
I like Towley.
I think most of the hate I think most of the hate towards Towley it comes from people who base Towley too much on the most Towley centered episode, which is a million little vipers, which is a universally hated episode, and yeah, kind
I
of.
know what you mean, but I kind of disagree. I think the most Towley hate comes from the Tegrity season, where there was just like a lot of Towley, and he was just the same character, the same jokes all over again. I think the Tegrity season is really where people started to dislike
You
Towley.
think so? He was very one-dimensional then, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I thought
that's basically my impression.
I thought it might have been from before when he was kind of like a drug-filled asshole, a bit of an ass. Not seeing.
Yeah, but that was funny.
Oh, that's great.
That was a really funny episode.
I thought that's where the hate
when he
might
was at
stem
camp.
from. Yeah.
I'm walking on sunshine.
Motherfucker.
Wasn't he?
Just buying like a computer duster.
Oh my gosh. Towley, bro.
Actually, I actually didn't mind him too much in the him being a part of the Degrity saga. I think him
I
and
didn't mind him
Randy
either.
made a pretty interesting duo. Only for Randy to turn his back on him.
I know Randy, bro. Oh my fucking. I still haven't forgiven him for doing that, man. Only because Towley helped quite a lot with Tegrity Farms itself, isn't it? And then Randy just to do that. I suppose it is Randy though. Yeah, we need a revenge arc from Towley, bro. You know what I mean? Interesting. But guys, I think that's that. We can go ahead and go to our final thoughts, and we'll also give a rating there as well. Yeah, Sibert, I'll go ahead and start with you, bro. Final thoughts on the episode, and what do you rate it, dude? Out of 10.
Well, it's unanimous that this is by a landslide the best episode of the season so far. The previous two episodes weren't like inherently awful, like some other South Park episodes in the past, but they were rather disappointing if anything.
Would you
especially
sorry, Sibren, would you say that it was the best from season 27 as well? Because this is the same season, right?
Good question.
We're never gonna drop this.
Right.
No, never, ever. Nah. I actually, I would place this episode above the Dignity episodes, in my humble opinion. Yes.
Above the Integrity episode. Whatever.
That doesn't matter. We're talking about 27, 28.
Yeah,
There was one instead of 27, the one when they left Tegrity, maybe?
Yeah.
All right.
you're
Yeah.
talking
Okay.
about
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Yeah.
No,
The
no,
kit
yeah.
episode.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so out of the 8 episodes so far, this one would come in, let's see, in 5th place. Yes.
Right, fair enough.
Wait. What?
Fair enough, bro.
Yeah, because 6th place is Tegrity Farms, and then 7th place is the the Bounty episode, and then the last place is the 6-7 episodes.
Ah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay.
I rate this one pretty highly. In all fairness, I think this might be the most fun that I've had watching an episode between for the whole 8 episodes we've watched. There's been obviously other ones that were fun, but this one was just so wild. There was so much going on. But before I end up continuing to ramble, do you have a rating you would give? Oh, you just said.
Wait.
Sorry.
First,
Well, we give a ranking, not a
wait,
rating.
Oh, right. Yes, you're right, Ryan.
Firstly, I want to say I would have placed this episode higher if the A plot were the only plot in the episode. Like, that's not to say I disliked the B plot of Donald Trump and JD Vance. I like nothing, like, I wouldn't call it bad, but it is kind of like, I mean, what do I want to say? It's it's a bit strange. I think, in my opinion, they shouldn't have done that much work on the sex scene. Which is just my opinion. Like, it's
Really?
not it's not like very it's not like fucking graphic or anything, but
Right.
it did kind of lower the general quality of the episodes.
Would you say fair enough, man? Fair enough. I thought the story in itself that happening was huge character progression, but I can understand what you mean. The scenes alone, I see what you mean, man.
Yes.
I do too, but I disagree because I actually think the past few episodes has desensitized me that sex scene was somehow refreshing to me. I have no idea what it's done to me, but
That's funny as fuck. I suppose, yeah.
enjoyed it.
That's a way to look at it.
Oh, both. It was crazy stuff. So what's your rating then, Sebren, of the episode?
I would give it a give me like a brief moment. I would give it a maybe like a 7.5.
7.5. Nice, bro. Nice.
Yes, because I think the A plot with the one with Sora is, I think it was really well executed and well talked about.
Yeah, that was
Well
fantastic.
discussed. Yeah.
Very relatable as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Florian, please, sir, could I have your final thoughts and ratings on the episode?
Oh, yeah, sure. First, I want to mention that Secret, I thought it was quite funny that you started your opening statement with like, "Oh, it's basically unanimous," and then you basically immediately told me an opinion that I disagree with. Just thought
Which
it was really fun. I thought this episode was probably the best one of this season, and like, I mean, the 27 and 28.
Right.
I think this is probably I would probably place it over even the Sermon of the Mount. Which was the first one?
I'm the same.
Yes.
I really thought this was the best.
Yeah.
Please proceed.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the commentary on the AI was brilliant. All the old characters, and like maybe you guys are a little bit too young for that. I know Ryan isn't, but I mean, he is young, but like he knows all the references. But like there were so many references to cartoon characters, just even on the police board with like the Always Sunny.
What with Betty Boop and the gang?
Yeah, so many cool. I mean, maybe it's just the nostalgia talking, but like the Studio Ghibli guys just talking in like Trey Parker's favorite Japanese accent, and then the police basically, the police being the classic South Park police of being stupid, also being racist because they can't understand the Japanese even though they kind of speak audible English.
Oh yeah.
Like I think there were so many good jokes in this episode. It was just really funny. Also I share my enthusiasm for the sex scene with
Wow.
Ryan. I thought it's like of all the Trump stuff with the dick and all the I think this was one of the best ones. No, so just overall, all the jokes landed in this episode for me. Um, the story progression was kind of meh, but like that's actually maybe why this episode I think was better because it didn't really focus on the too much on the plot lines. It just had its own real plot line going with the AI that kind of intertwined with everything, even with Cartman a little bit.
It was just having
I
fun,
really
wasn't it?
no, I loved this. I would say I give this like at least an 8 out of 10, maybe 8.5.
Nice. Nice. The way you summarized it there, Florian, it made me realize that there was a lot that happened in this episode. A lot of stories, different different plot points that were happening. I feels like they probably had quite a bit of fun with this one. Just yeah,
I think this turned out great. It's probably my favorite of the season.
awesome. So what you giving it 8 or 8.5, right?
Yeah.
Awesome, man. And yourself, Ryan, please, if you could conclude the rating, sir, and your final thoughts.
I enjoyed this episode as well. It was certainly a refreshing episode after a few episodes of a mix of confusion and just
Especially the last one,
meh.
right?
Yeah. Absolutely. I think they went in the right direction. If what I think likely happened is they were probably just going to do a continuation of what the last two episodes basically were made of, and they just decided to make an episode that was just a very, very different in a lot of ways. And I think that's probably the right direction to go in. I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed the references. I enjoyed the pop culture references. This image, what I'm looking at right now, is beautiful. It's Rocky and Bullwinkle, but it's Harrison and his partner
Wow.
dressed up as such.
Oh, the funny thing is, someone just told me about Rocky and Bullwinkle like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
And I looked into the show, and like then I watched the South Park episode, and immediately there's the reference, and I was like, "Damn, that's nice."
Wow,
I wouldn't have gotten that. So thank you, Waffles.
that's dope.
My, oh yes, there you go. There's a little shout out. But what I was gonna say was, I know Rocky and Bullwinkle. I'm not old. I just know them, and that from my childhood, I watched a lot of weird cartoons and shows. But what I will say was, I would say I'm gonna go in between. But I give it an 8 out of 10. I think I'll give it an 8 out of 10 and be in between these two guys.
Right. So, what episode for you was your number one then?
Good question. I wasn't actually gonna go into this saying this was my favorite episode of the two seasons combined. I thought, but I might actually go ahead and say that
What?
it's definitely up there. It might be my favorite of the two seasons, just like what Florian said. Just because yeah, it had a good mix of a better mix going on. It felt a little bit more consistent. If you remember the last two episodes, everything was going too fast for you to really even care about what was going on. So half the time,
Yeah.
this one
And-
really gave you time to simmer.
Yeah, and it was a Halloween episode with all the woman in the hat, isn't it? And all this supernatural stuff.
Barely a Halloween episode.
Right.
Yeah,
Barely.
technically it was, but like it didn't feel like one.
It didn't,
And
did
I
it?
mentioned that,
Yeah.
like,
If it was a standalone away from the story, maybe I think might have hit a bit different. But trying to tie both things together, it was kind of like, yeah, this is all right. But that's cool, man. I like that we can have it like this because we have different perspective. What one person might think is the best thing, another might just be like, you know what, it's not as good as that as what I think, and they have their reasonings. And I think this is why having it the way we have set up here is really good because we get different perspectives. But overall, I think it's a return back to form for South Park, especially after the previous episode. And now I'm even more interested to see how things are gonna pan out. because this episode had a lot of big things that happened. So interested to see the direction they go in going forward. I'm excited, guys. Yeah. Well, that's us. That was great.
Definitely looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, a lot more than I was previously, to be honest. So looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to hanging out with you guys again and sharing your perspectives and seeing how the episode goes. So as always, thank you for your time, guys. It's always much appreciated. We're almost an hour and a half. Nice. But
yeah, we're almost at the time where Zebrin has to leave. We timed it perfectly.
Yeah,
Marvelous.
Which is less than 2 minutes.
Marvelous. Well, guys, thank you so much for your time. Looking forward to having this up for the YouTube squad. But yeah, thank you for your time, guys. And enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye bye.
Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.